And we're here today behind the scenes at amazing Deepa Dasaja's studio. And I can't wait but to welcome her. Deepa Dasaja, welcome.
Thank you,
Amazing
Sheena.
to be here. Thank you
Nice
for
to see you.
hosting us. It's so amazing to be here. This is an honor. I mean, it's not every day we get hosted by Deepa Dasaja on her own design studio and taking us through the looks. Look at this. This is beautiful. I walked in and I was in awe. I didn't know where to start. And this is all about conscious fashion, isn't it?
Absolutely. Fashion that's environmentally and socially conscious.
Amazing. I have to ask. The first question that I get wherever I go is, isn't conscious fashion expensive? Is it an expensive process? Is it something that you feel can be adapted globally?
I do. I feel that it can be, and it's going to be a question of people buying quality over quantity.
Definitely.
It's going to be about timeless pieces and pieces that are produced ethically, paying people living wage. And these are all the aspects that do go into it, which is why it does seem more expensive, but in the long run, much cheaper to buy timeless pieces that last.
This is amazing. That last. This is amazing, because the first thing we all know about Deepa Dasaja and we love is that it is impactful business. It's not just simply fashion. It's not just a business. It's about social impact.
Absolutely.
Environmental impact, imparting knowledge, and this is why we love it. Deepa Dasaja is a lifestyle indeed, isn't it?
Absolutely, and we believe that we have to produce clothes that have low impact on the environment and high impact on the people who make them and wear them.
Oh wow, it's such an honor. I have to hug her again just in case I don't get another chance. As we move quickly, I just saw that caught my eye, and this is mother of pearl.
It's mother of pearl. It's made with Kenyan silk, which we had used in our Buckingham Palace dress.
Okay.
And it's just a completely natural, environmentally friendly piece. Hand embroidered, hand painted.
Hand embroidered and painted.
Absolutely.
Amazing. I hope we'll get to see this towards the end of your production.
Absolutely.
Oh my God,
You'll
this
get to
is
see
beautiful.
the painting process.
Oh wow. And what is that?
This is fish leather.
Okay.
This is a project we did with the Commonwealth Fashion
Amazing.
and FAO, and it's just a much more environmentally friendly leather than our common leather.
Wow.
Yeah.
So food meets fashion.
Absolutely.
Commonwealth and Deepa.
The first thing everyone does when they see this is try and smell it, but in fact, it is just perfect, beautiful, and sustainable.
Smells amazing.
Yeah.
Looks beautiful. This is perfect for amazing night out. It's amazing for dinner. I love the textures. And what species of fish is this?
This is tilapia.
This is tilapia.
Yeah.
Kenyan tilapia.
Kenyan tilapia.
Straight from home. This is amazing.
Very beautiful.
I love your pieces. I can't help but this is
Another
gorgeous.
fish leather piece.
Okay.
Corset that can be worn over a plain dress like the one you're wearing, just to jazz it up.
Wow.
And again, environmentally friendly, which is what we love.
Environmentally friendly. So this is an amazing hip look that I can have.
Yeah, absolutely, to change up the dress.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful. So this is some of the pieces that you had featured in Rome by FAO.
Absolutely.
So globally renowned. You took our Kenyan fish international.
Yep, and that's exactly what we want to do with the Kenya fashion industry, because I feel like we have everything it takes to go global.
Amazing.
And that's what I encourage young designers to look towards, and designers generally.
Deepa, it's very curious because I noticed on the runway you have your beautiful, amazing print. It's about the Deepa flower. What inspired you in creation of the Deepa iconic flower?
So the Deepa flower is never the same, always different, very diverse.
Okay.
And I've had to ask myself in all my collections, you'll see flowers.
Wow.
Why in nature can flowers of different sizes, colors, shapes live together, and why can't we? On the planet.
Love.
So that's a question I always, explore, because nature is my inspiration. And for instance, you can look at a plant and no two leaves are the same, but growing from the same stem. So this is something that I think, socially as well, we all have to ask ourselves. And fashion can address all the issues, environmental, social, all these issues.
There's more to fashion than the glam.
Absolutely, absolutely, because fashion is a huge industry, the second biggest in the world, second biggest polluter, right, in the world. Employs 800 million people on the planet, so it is a very important industry.
Very true.
And, in Kenya, I hope we can build it and, employ more people and create economic freedom for people, and through fashion we can do this.
And we're here at the design production side of Deepa Desaja, exclusive view. And Deepa, thank you so much once again.
Oh, you're welcome.
I am like a kid in a candy store. I mean, this is the life of fashion. So it all begins here, doesn't it? And I'm very interested. I mean, there's the painting, there's the embroidery happening with lovely Jane on that side, and I can see a lot of amazing pieces here. And just run us through. I mean, how, when, where? I mean,
so Sheena, as I was explaining earlier,
yes,
we don't waste anything in our production, and that's another part about saving the environment.
Right.
When we're cutting, we cut and we lay very consciously. And we keep each and every one of our remnants. We make sure we don't throw away anything, so it ends up in a landfill. So for instance, let's say this. We've taken it and we've created flowers for this gown.
It's totally, it could be for my dress.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So we make sure we don't throw it away.
Okay.
We'll use the big pieces to make flowers on gowns. We use the small pieces to make fur on collars.
Oh, wow.
We've used it to use, we make bias pieces, and we make, textured collars. We make the fur.
Gorgeous. Okay. This is amazing. Very Victoria Beckham. This is a very beautiful look. Yeah. I could wear this to an event, to a cocktail, to a corporate, on a red carpet with a nice bright. See that?
Yeah, absolutely beautiful with the pink.
The symmetry is amazing.
Yeah.
How do you achieve symmetry from reclaimed? I mean, how does it go from this to that?
So what we do is that this is hand done. All our collections are hand done, and I always emphasize the hand, because for me that is what's sustainable. A lot of companies are moving towards machine.
Right.
A lot of companies are saying, we can stamp the color. We can get embroidery machines, whereas I feel that the sustainability of a company is the amount of people you can employ and create livelihoods for. And, skill, so through the art of embroidery, handmade clothing, we're creating employment, which for me is the biggest social impact we can have as a company.
All this is reclaimed as well?
Absolutely. So what we do is we take all our remnants, we cut them up, and we create fur. We create flowers, we create collars, we create many different things.
So now I can wear my fur without guilt.
Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. This is beautiful, Deepa. And I have to say, so this is the creation of the Deepa iconic flower.
Our signature. The flowers.
This is beautiful.
So what we do is we hand paint each one. So
hand painted.
Hand paint. So each flower is hand painted, and then we move on to where we embroider them.
Wow. So that's literally hand painted.
Hand painted. Each one is hand painted. So actually, each piece with our flowers is unique and one of a kind, because we place them randomly for each piece. So no two are the same. There's no
real
two.
Couture.
Real couture. Couture made in Kenya.
Okay, so this
out of
one
Kenya.
was couture by Sheena.
Yeah, absolutely.
I contribute to Deepa's design. So there we go. Switch TV impact on your couture piece.
Here is Jane, our head of hand stitch.
Hello, Jane.
So Jane paints as well as embroiders each piece, and she trains many women in the art of embroidery, which we again feel like you know, has a huge social impact in that we're empowering women and men. We have men tailors who, you know, can create such beautiful, unique pieces that are one of a kind again. This is another example of a unique piece that's all hand painted and then embroidered one by one. And again, as I said, the hand is very important to us, the human hand, as opposed to technology. Right. You know, bringing in machines and, you know, changing the whole, machinery has changed the whole face of fashion. Right. Fashion is meant to be slow. Fashion is meant to be 2 seasons. And I feel fashion has been corrupted because right now we're looking at, you know, designers who are coming out with weekly collections, and this is not sustainable for me.
Not sustainable,
you know. And then here we have examples of what we're using now instead of sequins. Sequins which are plastic and harmful to the environment. We're using more mother of pearl. We're using fish scales. These are fish scales which we've trimmed in order to have a fur type of couture look. And then we also color them.
Fantastic. I cannot wait to see your design studio and get a look into your life.
Welcome into my space. So this is where I get my inspiration. So often when I'm doing collections, I'll lock myself in here. Yes. You know, the light and everything is perfect. And this is where I do my master pattern. And then I have a team of cutters who can interpret it into different sizes and necklines. But the master pattern is done right here. And I tend to, every time I'm doing a collection, is, you know, pin up what is inspiring me for that season. Right. And as you know, and as I've said before, and I think a lot of people know, flowers are my inspiration. So this was my print for Spring Summer 2020. This is my classic print, which we do every season in different colorways.
Amazing.
And then of course the fish leather, which has really, really inspired me lately, you know, towards the sustainability.
Amazing.
And my baby's painting.
Oh, there you go. As in the family.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That's beautiful. How old is he?
9.
Amazing. You
Yeah.
know, Deepa, we have to talk about you, the person. You know, because we have a lot in terms of the brand we got to read from that we love. But who's Deepa, the woman, the mother? How do you get inspired by all this, and how do you brand it? I mean, how do you manage it? How do you balance it?
Well, I think, you know, when you love what you do, you'll never work another day in your life. So it's very beautiful for me that I have the flexibility and the freedom to be a mother and a designer.
Amazing. So Deepa, if I want to buy, purchase or access your products, where do I go? Is there an e-commerce platform, and where do I find you physically in case I do not have internet?
Okay, so so we're in Laredo.
Okay.
We have a studio on top of JD Supermarket as well as a boutique in Laredo Shopping Center.
Amazing.
We just opened the boutique 3 weeks ago.
Congratulations! It's always expanding. So JD Supermarket, Laredo, come up, 2nd floor, find Deepa and custom make your dresses. What about the e-commerce platform for those of us that are online junkies?
Yeah, so what we're doing is we're in the process of going online.
Okay.
It's been a long process for me because I'm trying to have a platform where we're producing on demand. Wow. Because this is something that's also very, very important to me, because we don't want to have surplus stock. Right. As you know, there are a lot of international companies that burn and cut up their excess stock, which we don't want to do. So we're trying to find a strategy in which we can explain to our clients that yes, you can order online, but it will be created on demand. You know, and they are one of a kind pieces, as you've seen. So they will take longer to produce than, let's say, a machine-made
Very
item.
true. It's about the aesthetic. Wow, and conscious fashion just went online. That's amazing. I think that's really beautiful. You can find Deepa at www.deepadesaja.com. Have a look. read her story, and if you have time, definitely travel down to her store at Loresho.